Tea and a biscuit back at Brands. It is the Triumph Triple Challenge. The Michelin Young Guns and the TDG Cup runners raring to go. They're on the front row then, pole position Reese Rothwell alongside Scott Rowbottom, Tim Venables and Josh Wainwright, and they roar up into Paddock Hill Bend for the first time basking, and the entire field just pitches over to the right, and Tim Venables, well, easy to spot. The red leathers, the yellow helmet, and even easier to spot than this one because he's up the front. This a very, very good start from Tim Venables. We'll see whether he can maintain that slight twitch there on the inside of Graham Hill Bend, but look at that. Good effort from him. Young Scott Rowbottom there in second place. And Scott, very good results of late, tucked in behind them. Lance Carey. Lance, who, well, for the Grand Prix circuit meeting here at Brands, a good few weeks ago now, but Lance got pole position for that. And he obviously loves it round here at Brands, whether it's long or short circuit. Tim Venables and Scott Rowbottom going head to head there at the bottom of Paddock, and Scott Rowbottom just keeping the power on, almost riding through the gravel, and now he's riding right round the outside of Tim Venables. He's going to have the line on the inside down into Graham Hill Bend. That was beautifully done by Scott, refusing to get phased by being edged towards the gravel there at the bottom of Paddock, and up into the lead he goes. Tim Venables, bit of a regroup for Tim, but he's still there in second, and Josh Wainwright is up into third ahead of Lance Carey. There we see Reese Rothwell chasing hard, Jack Sim just ahead of him in fifth, and here they come towards us. It is Scott Rowbottom peeling off into Paddock Hill Bend, and behind Josh Wainwright just squeezing up ahead of, oh goodness me, that's Reese Rothwell, or Reese, and he just runs a little wide over those curves at the bottom of Paddock, and he's on the beach. Well, it's tough stuff at the front of the Triumph Triple Challenge. Doesn't matter whether they're Michelin Young Guns or TDG Cup like Jack Sim. Oh, and someone's Josh Wainwright. Josh is off the bike. Look where they're coming from, Josh. Oh, goodness me. What an amazing act of avoidance. He's up and hopping off there. Well, I obviously clipped his ankle, but oh, how good it is to see him get away from that. Awful stuff there on the exit of Graham Hill Bend, but Josh Wainwright safely to one side. So Scott Rowbottom, a little bit of a gap now back to Tim Venables and Jack Sim, and there we see Mark Cheatham just getting ahead of Mark Pringle and Ralph Turco closing on the two of them. Up into Druids then. Oh, and somebody else down, the cloud of dust. And who's in there? Where's the race leader? Scott Rowbottom. Oh, Scott, well, under pressure, but he chucked it up the road on his own, and that leaves Tim Venables. Well, way back at the beginning of this race, Tim Venables was leading. He's at it again. Here he comes up into Clearway. Jack Sim, though, right on his case. And there we see Ralph Turco, the turkey from Brazil. He's in sixth place and third of the TGG Cup runners at this point. There, Ralph. Hey, you can't miss him, can you? Absolutely glorious. Colours of the Brazilian flag. And there we see number 10, Lance Carey, just fanning out as they run into Druids, trying to run up the inside. There's Ralph Turco again, but further back, battle from about 15th, I think there's Andy Shim and Paul Hughes running down through Paddock Hill Bend as the leaders come through Surtees, and still Tim Venables. This could turn out to be the most excellent race for Mr. Venables. Lance Carey, though, through past Jack Sim up into a clean second place, and then the two marks, Cheatham and Pringle, just chasing hard after Jack there. Then we see Mark Pringle from the Isle of Man in fifth place, and there's the turkey around Paddock Hill Bend. Now look at this, Lance Carey fancies a piece of this. He's having another look there up into Druids. He's far back at this stage of proceedings, but Tim Venables herring down towards, and look at this, Jack Sim losing out there. So that's Mark Cheatham now up into the lead of the TDG Cup ahead of Jack Sim. Those are the two over 25s, and Lance Carey just lining up the rear wheel of Tim Venables. They run onto the Brabham Straight, and then we see Jack Sim still chasing hard after Mark Cheatham. There, Richard Green ahead of Ricky Chadwick. Rick Chadwick, number one, carrying that number one because he won the over 25 section of the championship last year. But meanwhile, up at Druids, Tim Venables, and Tim race leader overall and leading Michelin Young Gun. But look, they're in third place. Number 15, Mark Cheetham, who is the leading TDG Cup runner at the moment. And, well, he was leading the championship for TDG Cup a few events ago, but Jack Sim overhauled him in the points. But Mark coming back at him this time round, and up the front, Tim Venables under pressure, but still leading. There we see Mark Kringle. Well, Mark Kringle leads the Michelin Young Guns on points at the moment, so in 5th place, but keeping a watching brief, and he looks to, well, run up the inside of Jack Sim into Paddock Hill Bend, but thinks better of it as they run out onto their last lap. And Tim Venables, well, bit of a famous victory for him if he can hang on to this one. Still Jack Sim under pressure there for that 4th place, but Tim Venables is being hounded by Lance Carey. Lance all over his case. Mark Cheetham closing in behind him, then Jack Sim and Mark Kringle. That's the leading 5, half a lap to go. Can Tim Venables hang on to this one? He absolutely loved this. And of course, remember, his win potentially courtesy of Scott Rowbottom, who had that lovely ride until he chucked it away at Druids. Here they come then, onto the Brabham Straight for the last time. Tim Venables to the flag. He's gonna do it. Tim Venables takes the win from Lance Carey and Mark Cheetham. And just at the last there, Jack Sim finishing ahead of Mark Kringle and Ralph Laturco. So Tim Venables, that win. There's the confirmation. Lance Carey 2nd, Mark Cheetham 3rd, Jack Sim 4th, Mark Kringle 5th, and Ralph Laturco in 6th place.